On the afternoon of April 13th, just before the car show at the Liaoning Shangyang Industrial Exhibition Hall came to a close, a Huawei Aito M7 Pro suddenly lost control. The vehicle crashed into 4 nearby cars, sending people into a panic as they scrambled to avoid the chaos. One person was injured and all 4 cars were severely damaged.
Oh my gosh, hey son, look at this. This is too horrible. This is so scary, my goodness. From this parking spot, it crashed into this car, then hit this one and kept going. Look, this car's really messed up, right?
Following the incident, Huawei issued a statement explaining that the vehicle was not in exhibition mode, which led to it being accidentally started. The company also stated that the driver, who was not wearing a seatbelt, made a sharp turn, preventing the automatic emergency braking system from activating. Online commentators criticized Huawei's explanation for the recent incident. Surveillance footage showed the car's initial speed was low. At a prior press conference, Huawei's vice president claimed the vehicle's full-scene technology could stop it even if the accelerator was mistaken for the brake, exciting attendees with its advanced capabilities. However, the real-world failure contradicted these claims. Huawei's statement that an unfastened seatbelt prevented the automatic emergency braking system from activating was deemed unconvincing, as many vehicles immobilize if the driver's seatbelt is unbuckled. The claim that the steering input contributed to the issue was also questioned, as drivers may need to steer during sudden loss of control. Had the driver not turned the wheel, the incident, occurring as the event concluded, could have caused significant harm. Recently, a truck transporting electric vehicles caught fire, causing the destruction of several cars. The driver tried to save a few vehicles despite the danger, but the cars were locked together, and as the fire grew, he had no choice but to abandon the attempt. The owner was left in despair. The footage shows a BYD Seagull colliding with a large truck, causing the front of the car to deform and get stuck on the truck. The truck was unable to move. Moments later, the BYD started emitting thick smoke, and the truck driver helplessly said, "It was rear-ended. The entire stock in this car is burned up. Quickly, call the police. Call the police. Stay far away. It might explode." Flames soon erupted from the BYD, followed by explosions, and in an instant, both vehicles were reduced to empty frames. There was even worse damage as the car burned to almost nothing. A user recorded the scene and posted it online, only to later identify it as a Neo electric vehicle. People humorously remarked, "All the ABC pillars are burned. Isn't this supposed to have ultra-high-strength steel? It looks like a toy car. After 10 years of making cars, this is the level they've reached? Only domestic manufacturers can do this." The first sedan SUV, the Luxeed R7, co-developed by Huawei and Chery, reportedly sold over 10,000 units per month, becoming a hit. However, it has also faced frequent complaints from owners. Look at this, the Chery Zejie R7, always bragging about being ahead. What a load of nonsense. Look at this, the back cover won't even open. This might be a common issue. Have you recalled it? According to Toyota's standards, all Chinese cars should be recalled 800 times. A man in the second-hand car business commented, "This is the reality of EVs. I was filling the windshield wiper fluid this morning and my finger almost got pinched off. If I hadn't pulled it out with all my strength, my bone would have been broken. A little skin injury is okay, but not a broken bone. Yeah, it's this car." The logo displayed in the video seems to be Huawei Luxeed. A devastating electric vehicle fire occurred on April 12th in Rongxian County, Yulin, Guangxi, destroying an entire street. A user alleged that a BYD Seagull's charging pile exploded, stating, "Please investigate immediately. My neighbor's BYD was charging overnight. Early on April 12th, a loud explosion woke us, and smoke engulfed the neighbor's house. Within 10 minutes, our home was destroyed. My family of 5, including a 1-year-old, escaped via a second-floor window, losing all valuables." 3 days later, the newspaper The Paper linked the fire to EV charging, but the fire department denied any EV connection. Media found the street sealed, with locals saying, "A fire occurred, but the cause can't be discussed." The user's post was quickly deleted. The Xiaomi SU7 gained attention after 3 female students died in a crash using its smart driving mode. A user noted, SU7 accidents fade from attention after hours. Its wreckage is seen everywhere: green belts, dividers, poles, drains. The incident's publicity subsided, but a new accident occurred in Shuwen. Xiaomi's PR efficiently managed the fallout. The Shuwen accident took place on April 5th in Chujie Town, Guangdong, where a Xiaomi SU7 collided with an electric bicycle on the opposite lane. 2 young cyclists were killed on the spot, and the Xiaomi SU7 caught fire and was destroyed. The driver fled the scene but later turned himself in. After the accident, Xiaomi claimed that the fire started from the electric bicycle's battery after it was hit, causing the SU7 to ignite. However, Xiaomi was quickly contradicted when a car owner passing by the scene recorded a video showing the white Xiaomi SU7 with a severely dented front. The electric bicycle was pinned under the tire of the SU7, and neither the SU7 nor the bicycle showed any signs of burning. According to the car owner, the SU7 was likely moving at high speed, causing the 2 young cyclists to be thrown from their bikes. If it were true that the fire was caused by the electric bicycle's battery, the fire would have occurred moments after the collision, making Xiaomi's explanation questionable. A vlogger, Shangshang, with 1 million followers, was sued by Xiaomi for a video comparing the SU7 to the Zeekr 007, allegedly defaming Xiaomi. Despite Shangshang's apology, Xiaomi pursued legal action, leading to their detention in January and the video's removal. Users called Shangshang's video prophetic, claiming it demonstrated the cause of the students' deaths, likely provoking Xiaomi's strong response. The collision's details remain under scrutiny. The Xiaomi SU7 went dead after a crash. Its small battery, tucked in the front right, got smashed, and that caused a big issue. The doors wouldn't budge. Xiaomi's semi-hidden handles are sealed tight with just an electronic switch inside, no mechanical backup. So, if the battery's out, even an unlocked car stays shut. I'm urging manufacturers to rethink these electronic handles after cases like this. A simple mechanical fix could avoid all this trouble. Why go for a risky electronic gizmo instead? Not only that, Shangshang even dismantled the vehicle and further explained the cause of damage to the Xiaomi car's battery. Zeekr sticks to a classic CPT setup with a battery pack slotted into a chassis compartment. Xiaomi's different. Pull out its battery, and the chassis is bare. That's a CTC design where the battery is integrated, its cover doubling as a car's floor. This setup left visible damage, compression marks on the battery's front, folds in the firewall, and cracked paint showing clear displacement in that spot. Users criticized claims of advanced smart driving technology, comparing it to Tesla's CTC, noting that without comparable chassis and sealing expertise, vehicles with battery packs beneath passengers risk frequent fires. They questioned whether such cars lacking crash protection could become hazardous in accidents. Others remarked that if Xiaomi had heeded a vlogger's warnings, the crash that killed 3 female students might have been prevented. They suggested redirecting efforts from suppressing criticism to enhancing technology, potentially saving lives. In a similar case, a popular internet repair expert known as Dragon Brother is facing lawsuits from 3 automakers.
兄弟们，我收到某车企的起诉书和法院传票了。
I got hit with a lawsuit and court summons from a certain car company. It hit me. Fixing cars, especially domestic EVs, is a risky gig. Say one thing they don't like and bam, they sue you, starting with a million yuan demand. This is my 3rd car company lawsuit. Brothers, watch your mouths. Don't spout off. Even if it's the truth, it's not safe. At the end of 2021, BYD launched an initiative known as the Clean Up Action, targeting anyone who posted negative comments about the company online. Such individuals risk being sued for up to 5 million yuan. Public Relations Manager at BYD, Li Yunfei, openly stated,
这2年呢，我们陆陆续续已经累计起诉了近20个黑账号。
Over the past 2 years, we've already filed lawsuits against nearly 20 fraudulent accounts. We're focusing on over 30 more. We preserve evidence for every post and its related comments. All the fraudulent PR and media, we're going after them relentlessly, no mercy. BYD set up a special department with a reward system, offering up to 5 million yuan to combat negative publicity. Their whistleblower center even publishes a list of reported individuals and offers them rewards. Many people have criticized these tactics, drawing comparisons between these companies' operations and government tactics, saying they both manipulate public opinion, pushing one narrative while suppressing unfavorable information. They argue that the problem is not isolated to individual companies, but rather a product of the entire system.
这华为不中啊。
Huawei's not doing well. They've covered up the car, not letting us see what kind of car it is. It's probably the axle that broke. In Hangzhou, a Beijing automotive group's Arc Fox vehicle caught fire unexpectedly. Firefighters arrived at the scene to put out the blaze, only to be shocked when staff from Arc Fox arrived. Initially, it seemed they had come to help, but their actions were startling. The car owner, Ms. Wang, recounted.
The people at the store came over, didn't say anything, just took a hammer and removed the car's logos from the front, back, and even the tires. They didn't ask for our permission, nor did they consult with the firefighters. Is this how you treat us, the consumers?
Moreover, after the fire was extinguished, Arc Fox staff covered the entire vehicle with a black cloth. A prominent YouTuber noted that despite frequent accidents, some defend Chinese automakers, urging leniency. They argue that these companies mirror political propaganda, using exaggerated claims, nationalism, and emotional rhetoric to foster unwavering loyalty. Despite automakers' unverified boasts, evasion of responsibility, and refusal to admit errors, supporters passionately champion their domestic cars. The footage shows a driver reclining with his feet on the steering wheel while saying, "What's it like to drive lying down? Pretty cool, right? You can sleep with your eyes closed. Wow, Huawei's autonomous driving is way ahead, way ahead." Another driver sat in the passenger seat and activated the seat massage function, completely trusting the car's smart driving system. Some car owners even laid down with their wives under blankets, while others placed their child in the passenger seat and went to the back to scroll through their phones. One driver went as far as covering his face and using the massage function while driving. There are also drivers who took even greater risks, covering the windshield and activating the blind driving mode. Users online remarked, "Are these car owners relying on the car's durability, or do they think their luck is stronger?" Some commenters have argued that consumers who blindly trust these smart driving systems deserve what they get, but also pointed out that automakers are complicit in misleading consumers. Huawei CEO said, "Our intelligent driving is designed according to the L3 standard. With the L3 standard, you should be able to sleep without touching the steering wheel for a while. When I came back in the afternoon, I was so tired. Without intelligent driving, I wouldn't have known how to drive." To popularize intelligent driving, we first need to make consumers feel secure. Intelligent driving is safer than human drivers, faster than humans, and the best guardian for safe travel. To prove this, BYD Denza customers were taken on a highway for a real-life experience, and the results were not great. Don't crash into the white car in front of us.
Don't worry, just stay still.
I'm not moving. Why isn't it stopping? We crashed. Brake! You said I don't need to brake. You said it would stop on its own. Why are you telling me not to move when I told you it's going to hit? And here, Xiaomi CEO loudly declared that their intelligent driving is the best in the industry and even personally tested it. I was so relaxed. After 3 hours of driving, I was surprised. There was zero intervention the whole time. But many netizens are not buying into car companies' claims and are raising concerns about the technical issues with electric cars.
再看现在呢，对于电车起火呀，大家都已经麻木了。
Electric car fires? We're numb to them now, folks. No one's shocked anymore. Car companies? They either slap a cover on the license plate, wait for the blaze to die, and tow it away, or they just ghost you. At best, they drop a statement, collision or battery spark, still investigating. Then nothing. Battery suppliers all swear it's not their gear. Same old script every time. It's like they're mocking us. The car's a fireball. People inside are dead or barely alive. Some burned to ashes right there. And they're bickering over causes? Who cares? They're just dodging blame. The government's all in on electric cars, fine by me. But skipping the deadly battery fire issue to chase gimmicks like fridges, TVs, cushy sofas, and massage seats, that's like putting an elevator in a shack. This auto revolution, aren't Chinese folks paying too steep a price? Seeing people trapped in flaming cars, screaming in despair, it's gut-wrenching and unfair. Why bet your cash and life on this? Talk about bold sellers and bold buyers.
有没有懂汽车的朋友给我解一下疑惑？
Listen, our homegrown electric cars are obsessed with raw power, 0 to 100 in a flash, each model outracing the last. But is this a win or a disaster? EVs need to zero in on battery life, capacity, and safety. You've seen the exposés on domestic cars. Bumpers like flimsy tin. Peel them back and it's just thin metal sheets. How's that safe? And don't get me started on brakes. One blogger tore apart a domestic car's brake disc. Tiny thing paired with a huge caliper. Braking power? Lousy. Shouldn't we be pouring effort into that instead? This vlogger also criticized that while electric vehicles' acceleration is fast and their designs are sleek, they are marketed primarily to younger consumers who may not have experience with high-performance vehicles. With the rapid acceleration and high horsepower, many young drivers may not be able to control the vehicle properly. The blogger questioned whether Chinese automakers are focusing on the right aspects in the research and development. One commenter stated, "I don't understand all these flashy high-tech driving parameters, but I trust human nature. When I buy a car, I buy a Tesla. Compared to phone makers, I'd rather trust those who build rockets."